Let's talk about Marvel The Fantastic Four: First Steps. This is another one of those redemption movies that Marvel needs to land. They absolutely need this movie to do what it needs to do. Show us how the Fantastic Four will enter the MCU with class, with dignity, and above all else, a script that makes sense. Hey, let's be real here. The trailer is absolutely fire. The trailer is great. What I don't love though is I feel and I fear. I mainly fear we are on our way to yet another origin story about the Fantastic Four. And I genuinely don't want to know about their origin story. We get it. You go to space, something happens, you come back. Oh my god, I'm now a rock. Oh my god, I'm on fire. Oh my god, I'm elastic. Oh my god, I'm invisible. Oh my god, I don't care anymore.
I'll be the judge of that.
I do care that it's like a 1960s aesthetic, because I do think that's pretty fire. Like, the whole set design is probably beautiful. The music from the trailer was absolutely unreal. I love the tailoring of the suits and the outfits that everyone's wearing. Absolutely love it. I think it's great. What's not great, though, is the cast.
Reed Richards.
I'm gonna start off with my favorite, Reed Richards. We literally had him.
Yes.
Anybody in the world of cinema has ever been a more perfectly castable person than John Krasinski for Reed Richards. The gravitas, the look, the charisma, the kind of stupidity, I love it. I think it's unreal. And we've seen John Krasinski be an amazing actor and be able to do a multitude of roles. But Pedro Pascal, while he's amazing, plays the same character in every movie he's in.
What?
And it sucks even more knowing that John Krasinski has appeared in the MCU as Reed Richards. There is a universe, a timeline where this is already reality. Why are we not in that reality? I would be okay with an origin story if John Krasinski was Reed Richards. Make it make sense.
Things had gotten out of hand.
My boy Ebon, my boy The Thing. Why is he using his normal voice?
Okay.
And especially like from the scene in, they did this purposely and I know it because like that's how you're gonna like get people to come in, but how are you gonna have him have a cooking scene where it's like, I'm just gonna add that garlic, not because it's not good, just wanna have a little bit of zip to the dish, add a little bit of, like that is literally the bear. Does this mean we're gonna get a potential bear star as my fan cast for Wolverine? The fact that Ebon is using his real voice is a little bit frustrating just due to the fact that The Thing is a rock. Why does The Rock not have an extremely deep voice? Like, it just seems like Seth Rogen was too expensive for the film. He grew up in Vancouver. I currently live in Vancouver. I know how expensive this city is. But the fact that The Thing does not have a deep voice just brings the character a little bit more childish. That's the vibe I'm getting from the entire movie, is that it's a little bit cartoonish. And that worries me because what if it's not serious? Let's just bring back practical suits. No more CGI. Nothing beats like the early 2000s trilogy when it's just practical. And when it comes to Sue Storm, I'm intrigued. I'm a huge fan of Vanessa Kirby. I love everything that she has been a part of. In the trailer, it seemed though that she was towering over everyone. Is she going to be the real leader of the Fantastic Four? Because we know in the comics and other movies, she is the one that ultimately makes the decision that makes sense. She always fights with Reed, always knows that Reed is holding her back a little bit, but she is the grounding force for Reed Richards as to why he is a genius, why he is that Tony Stark-esque character. But could it be the other way around this time? Joseph Quinn. You, my friend, as Johnny Storm is the worst cast decision ever. Just feel like Johnny Storm has to be like a heartthrob. Like, think Chris Evans. Think Michael B. Jordan. Does Joseph Quinn give that vibe off? No. He just looks like he got plucked straight from Stranger Things and said, hey, you're like a medium good-looking person. You should be a really important character in the future of the MCU. It feels like an overcorrection the wrong way. And like, I'm really not okay with it. It's not too late to recast him. CGI is a great thing. I know I just said practical effects for everything, but hey. We went from like Iron Man 1, Captain America, where it's just kind of like these very grounded stories. Like Iron Man 1 is essentially a street level movie. It's great. Captain America, the first Avenger, essentially a street level movie. The first Thor, a street level movie. Yes, I know it's like intergalactic stuff and like all of this, but it's really like a street level movie, like there wasn't like the action scene wasn't that big. Thinking back on it, like it was there. It was cool. It was awesome. I loved it. The character development was on the right path for the most part. Yeah, we're now getting like Galactus and all these like Eternals and everyone that's a celestial and everyone that is like an intergalactic cosmic entity and being, and every story is now so intrigued and intricate. And how do we get here? The movie's slated to come out like later on in 2025, and I'm gonna be the first person in the world in the theater to watch it, and you can quote me on that. I will be in line starting today. Don't quote me on that. But I'm excited because as much as I feel like the MCU is in need of a win, I think when you have the Fantastic Four on screen, that's a win in itself. Because you know people are gonna go line up to watch that movie, and even if it's garbage, which there's a very strong chance it will be, we're going to enjoy the fact that we get a new take on the Fantastic Four, and maybe the excitement that, hey, could they finally get it right? Is the third time the charm? Maybe that's going to get people excited about the MCU again. Maybe that's what's going to excite the MCU about the MCU again. Because the thing that's lacking in the MCU for me, it's not the heroes or the stories or the villains or the movies or the TV shows. It's the lack of curiosity when it comes to the characters. It's a lack of curiosity when it comes to exploring these characters. Just make some cool stories that matter. That's awesome. That's what Iron Man 1 was for me. It mattered. Captain America, it mattered. Captain America Civil War, it mattered. None of these movies matter anymore, and we have to make them matter.
We'll face it together.
Let us know in the comments down below which movie you guys want us to react to next. Or what do you want me to do next? I could really cosplay as Spider-Man or Iron Man if you guys want. But like, don't tempt me with a good time.